All right, what is up, people? We are gonna wait a second until we build up a little bit of audience before we go live. We are gonna be live tonight talking about stuff happening in the state of Virginia. We usually do this on Saturday nights, but it was my kid's birthday, so we're doing it on Sunday this tonight. I'm not sure how many people are gonna be on because Sunday nights is usually a really bad time to live stream, but we'll find out. And my
Yeah,
camera was locked up again.
yeah, I was just about to say that.
All right. While we have a little bit of technical difficulties here, give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and reboot everything. Not everything, but 1 second. All right. Hopefully, this will clear up the issues here. So let's see what happens here. And no camera so far. All right, I'm gonna back out. I'll be right back in 1 second.
It's the John Crump Show without John Crump.
All right, let's see how this does it. If
There
not,
we go.
we'll just roll with it. So yeah, let's go ahead and kick this thing off.
Yeah.
Drop the intro. Welcome to Virginia Reloaded. Let me try this one time. Okay, welcome to Virginia Reloaded. My name is John Crump, and we are broadcasting to you from the Gun Owners of America studio, located in Ashburn, Virginia, and also the Silverback studio, located in Richmond area. My name is John Crump. I am the Virginia director for Gun Owners of America, and this is Gun Owners of America show. Sorry. This is Virginia Reloaded, where we concentrate on issues in the Commonwealth and beyond. I have no idea what the hell is going on with my camera, but that is fine. We'll just roll right through it. All right, guys. So give me 1 second. Let me try to fix it. Oh my goodness. All right. Scott, if you want to keep them busy while I fix this.
Glad for editing, right?
Yeah, hold on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and reboot. Just talk to people, Scott.
All right. If there's anybody out there, which doesn't seem like there's anybody out there yet. I think I'm the only one watching. Started streaming 3 minutes ago. Well, hey, everybody. We're trying to get this podcast on the roll, but John's just having some problems with his camera right now. So he's rebooting his computer and he's currently trying to get it fixed. So, see, we got 4 thumbs up already, 1 thumbs down. All right. And nobody watching anymore.
All right, let's try this one more time. I'm gonna try this. If it not, I'll just roll with it without a camera. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Right. We can still hear your audio, and that's really what matters. So just make sure it gets frozen in such a way that it looks like you're still talking.
Okay, everyone. Try number 2. My name is John Crump. I'm the Virginia director for Gun Owners of America and the state of Virginia, and I'm joined by my esteemed colleague from the Gorillas and Guns YouTube channel, the Silverback, also known as Scott Ayers. Today we're going to be talking about what has been going on in Virginia. We have some victories. Victory, as I like to yell. But before we get into all that, we like to do something on this show called the gun of the day. But before we even get into that, I want to say welcome aboard, Scott. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, John. It's great to be here again for episode 3. It's exciting to know that we got some victories.
Yeah, it is. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get into our gun of the day. I will. I am going to go ahead and bring up your gun of the day. I see Kenneth out there, and I see Joe Drag out there.
Yeah, what's
So
up,
let's
Joe?
go. So let's go ahead and share an application window here, and actually, I'll just share the whole entire screen over here. Because for some reason it's not working. Of course it wouldn't work, man. All right. So your gun of the day is something that you've actually told me about
Yeah,
um, before, and I'm gonna bring it up right now. Once I get it up, let me just get it up. Almost there. Uh, this is your gun of the day right here.
yep. That is the Heritage Rough Rider in 22 long rifle. It is modeled after the old single action army, the old Peacemaker. So I really like the style of it. It is only a single action revolver, but the nice thing about it is you can change that cylinder out so it fires both 22 long rifle and 22 Magnum.
Yeah, I actually have one of these, and
Oh, you do?
I love it.
Yeah,
Actually, I have two of them.
and I just picked that up today.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not that expensive either.
No, the price was I couldn't pass it up.
I think when I got mine, it was like 150 ish,
This one was 129.
129. That's what it was, 129. Joe Drag got there, says he owns seven of them.
Right
That
on.
yeah, it's a fun gun, especially with 22.
Yep.
You know, and did you get the one with the both cylinders, or just with the 22 long rifle
It
cylinder?
just has the 22 long rifle cylinder. I'm gonna send away for the 22 Magnum cylinder because it's only $30 and they're offering free shipping because I purchased this one.
Nice,
Yep.
nice. That is very nice. All right. That is now I'm going to share one of my guns that I have that I actually used for an article. And let me just go ahead and bring it up. This is my Gen 3 Glock 19 Reaper edition. The whole stippling was done by D'Amato Custom Stippling. Uh, it has titanium pins. It has a blacklist barrel. Uh, MPK Arms did the slide cuts and the Cerakoting. It has a nightstick uh, light on there, uh, Overwatch trigger, and also a Vortic Venom optic, which is kind of cool. Red dot. So that is it, and it looks like my camera's frozen again, but that is fine. We're just gonna roll the way it is.
Right on. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I really do like that. All right, so are you ready to get into talking about our topics tonight?
Yeah, let's jump on in.
Okay, topic one that I wanted to discuss is a dead bill. This is HB 2276. It passed the Senate. Before I even get into how it passed the Senate, this was the bill that basically banned 3D printed guns and also guns that were like 80% lowers and
Mhm.
stuff like that. And it failed. It died. It died. It passed the Senate technically, but with a amendment saying that this law would not go into effect unless it passes the Senate, unless it passes the legislature twice
Yeah.
in 2 separate years. Basically, you're saying, oh, it has to be introduced and passed again next year before it will go into effect. So basically, it was the Democrats and the Senate trying to save face by saying,
Right.
oh, we passed something, even though they really didn't pass anything.
Well,
And also, they knew the House was going to reject it too. Go ahead,
yeah,
Scott.
because of the amendment to it for the grandfather clause.
No, the amendment to it that it doesn't actually go into effect until 2022, and it will only go into effect if both houses pass the bill, identical bill again.
Hmm. Well, it's out of the question now, I guess, right?
Yeah. What happened was the Senate sent over deeds. Peterson in Silverville. Silverville is a very anti-gun guy. He's the guy that says he wanted to uh, put more roadblocks into gun ownership, but he's the one
Hmm.
that actually submitted the resolution or the amendment to try to get it passed. Peterson was the guy, the Democrat, who actually said, this bill is ridiculous. There's no way in hell I'm ever going to vote for it. And they said, well, will you vote for it if we promised that it would have no effect? So they sent it back to the House. The House sent Simon, Hope, and Robinson, which are anti gun people. And they could not could not reach an agreement. So therefore, bam, done. It's over. It's gone. It's dead.
Right on.
So he didn't report at a committee, a conference. So it's done.
Cool, because I'm really starting to wanting to get into some of those 80 percenters.
Yeah, yeah, you can. You got at least a year, and Peterson basically said he's never going to vote for it.
That's awesome. I got a little respect for that guy now.
Yeah, and he's a Democrat from Fairfax,
Wow. Go figure.
but he actually makes sense.
Yep.
He's like, this bill, it's like it's not a problem. I don't understand it.
Right. I
Uh,
mean, how can you solve a problem that's not a problem?
yeah, Peterson was also the guy that killed the assault weapons ban last year.
Okay.
So, and again, it was because of all you patriots out there blowing up his phone lines that he voted against this bill. And he actually came out and said, it was the amount of calls that came in that people saying we don't want this bill. So people
So,
who says that stuff never works. It
uh-huh.
shows that it actually does work.
Right.
It
And
worked twice.
he's willing to actually listen to the people.
Yeah, it worked twice, and that's amazing. That is definitely amazing of
It is.
what happened. Uh, but it's not all good news. There's certain bad bills that did pass, but this one that we did kill, this was one of two bills that we killed that Northam really wanted. He really wanted this bill, and he pushed hard for it, and we smacked him down again, just like we
Hmm.
did with the assault weapons ban. Also, the range bill, the bill where where he wanted to do background checks on anyone renting guns from ranges.
Yeah, that was just insanely ridiculous. I mean, you'd never ever get through the range if you had to sit there and pass a background check every time you went or
Well,
every time
it
you want
was
to
like yeah,
rent the gun, right?
yeah,
Especially for somebody who's never shot a gun before and they want to go in and rent a gun to try out some. They're not going to be able to try but one in order, in the time frame that they'll be able to get. Because
and
usually the first background checks take the longest.
yeah, and that was SB 1250, which was submitted by Deeds. My heart goes out to Deeds because his son did commit suicide. but
Mm,
he was looking for a problem, and they used that as an excuse
right.
um, to try to pass that, and it failed. That never got through the Senate, and with HB 2276 done in the Senate, those were two big victories. We had one other victory, which was SB 1382, which would create a lifetime ban for anyone convicted of a misdemeanor domestic violence. And this is like if you got in a fight with your brother or someone
Mhm.
like that. This is not about the serial wife beater.
Okay, so that one did die. Oh, I was mistaken when I read the other day. I thought it passed.
Well, they do have one that passed, but it's not one that makes a lifetime ban.
Right. Okay.
So that is a good thing. Um, lifetime bans are not bad, not good. Okay, there's some bad ones that did pass, and I want to get into those. I'm not going to rehash too much on those because we've talked about those ad nauseum over the last couple weeks.
Right.
And that's SB 1381, um, which was a mirror of HB 2295. Senator Eben submitted SB 1381, and HB 2295 was submitted by Delegate Levine, and it prohibits firearms in the Capitol Square and state government buildings. I'm sure this one will be challenged in the court system, but as of right now, the governor will probably sign those. I can't see him not signing those.
Yeah, I think he definitely will sign that. This because that's something he's been trying to do
Yeah, and
right
that's
along.
yeah, and that's payback for lobby days.
Yep. It's not going to discourage us from still having lobby day, though.
Yeah, we will show up again on lobby day, and we will make our voices heard. They try to shut us down by doing some dirty tricks this year by anti-gun groups registering all the places or getting permits in all the places before any pro-gun group even had a chance to try to get a permit. And then they all canceled before, but we still showed up, and we still made our voices heard by having massive caravans
Yeah.
through the city, which I think was even more effective because now you have a bunch of cars with flags and people honking and everything
Yep.
else.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of traffic, and I'll tell you, they definitely knew it because they had the police working overtime trying to block the traffic, the flow of the caravans and everything, and they kept on redirecting them, but they kept on circling around and going where they could.
Yeah, and with next year they're probably gonna have something like you can't drive in a caravan with a gun or something like that. I can already see something stupid coming down the pipe like that.
Yeah.
That passed. Another thing that passed was HB 1919, which allows school boards to make their buildings and meeting rooms gun-free zones. It's was introduced by a rep called Sabarmani whatever. I can't even pronounce the name. There's like every letter in the alphabet's in this person's name.
Yeah, that's Subramanian. I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what gun-free zones are, right? Soft targets.
Yeah.
Criminals do not obey signs. If they did, you could like stop murder by just putting up murder-free zone signs
Yep.
or robbery-free zone signs.
Right.
It would be awesome if they actually worked, but they don't work. The only
No.
people that's going to pay attention to these are people who are law-abiding citizens, and those are the ones that you want armed.
Right. Exactly. Those signs are the same thing as a lock. All they do is keep the honest man out.
Exactly. And if you look at the attempted shooting at a gun store,
Oh yeah, but
what happened there? Like
didn't
some
last
guy
long.
try to do a mass shooting at a gun store, and people were armed, and people were able to fight back, and he got lit up.
Yep.
So you want good guys with guns. I have a friend named Stephen Williford. I'm not sure if you know who Stephen Williford is or not, or if the people out there do.
I do. Yep.
Stephen Williford was the hero of Sandy Springs, I think it was. Oh, I can't remember what it was.
It was
Down
the
in
one that, yeah, Texas, right?
Yeah, where he engaged a mass shooter with 7 rounds in his AR with no shoes on, and was able to prevent that mass shooter from actually causing more damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I have another friend named Jack who also stopped a shooting down in Texas in the church where some guy tried to open up fire in the church, and Jack was able to pull out his gun and shoot that guy and prevent a mass shooting. Now, if Northam got his way, neither one of those guys would have the tools to stop a mass shooting, because I can guarantee you no amount of signs would stop the other people from carrying out evil. The
Mm-hmm.
only person that can stop an evil man is a good man willing to do violence.
Right. Yep.
Yep.
And all gun-free zones do is make it the fish in the barrel.
Yep. And Clovertack is out there. He's saying Steven is one of the best human beings on the planet. He's super down to earth and friendly, and he definitely is, man. Uh, Talking to him, it's just like you're talking to like your your lovable grandfather, but he wasn't going to let an evil man do evil deeds. So, yep, a good Texan, and Clovertack is a good Texan down there as well. So,
Yes. Speaking of CloverTack, it was his video yesterday that inspired me even more to go pick up that Heritage this morning.
oh, that's there you go. Chris Ramos wants to know when the bills will go into effect. July 1st, for anyone that will. He was that type of man long before the tragedy, before the tragic day, and yeah, the way Stephen Williford is, you can't be that overnight. You have to be that type of person with that ingrained into you for the
Oh,
long
indeed.
time. Yeah. All right. So another one that passed is another one by Levine, and that's HB 2081, which makes it illegal to possess a firearm within 40 feet of a polling station. This is your and Ghost Tactical, your guns are not banned. That's dead. Boom. Yeah, and this one makes it illegal. So basically, if you drive by and you come within 40 feet of a polling station doorway, you're technically breaking the law. I can guarantee you this one will be fought. We'll see what happens. We have legal ramifications, but once again, the governor will find this.
Yeah, I really don't see this being enforced all that much, quite honestly, because it's just going to be something that's going to be too hard to actually enforce.
Well, a lot of gun laws are unenforceable. What are you going to do? Search everyone's car that goes to vote?
Exactly.
What I'm afraid of is this being used to target certain people.
Yeah, it's very possible people will get singled out for it.
Especially gun activists.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that is one of the bills that did pass, and the governor will sign it. HB 2128, which was introduced by Lopez, it changes the state 3-day instant check delay allowance to 5 days.
Another solution to a problem that wasn't a problem.
Yeah. Well, they're going to keep on moving the goalpost. That's the whole thing. People
Right.
keep on asking me, like, what's the big deal if they allow if it's 3 days instead of 5 days. And my answer is because then it's going to become 7 days next week.
Right.
Then it's going to become 10 days,
I
then 13 days, then
I
14
think
days.
I think their next move will be going to a actual waiting period.
I know they wanted to do that for a while, and there is a lawyer that makes pro-gun videos on
Hmm.
on YouTube, and it's actually Amanda Chase's lawyer, which will be on my Amanda Chase will be on my show on Wednesday. But
Nice.
yeah, his what is his name? I've talked to him. Uh, and the Virginia Beach lawyer guy that's
Yeah, I don't know who
supposedly
that is.
pro-gun. Um, Tim something. I don't know. Well, he's actually from he's actually in favor of waiting periods for guns, but yet people think that he's really pro-gun. He's not. He's also for a lot of other like stuff. He was actually for universal background checks and everything else. But yeah, he makes a bunch of pro-gun videos on YouTube. But if you actually look into them, that it's not. He's not very pro-gun at all. Tim Anderson, that's his
Okay.
name. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to look him up, but I'm not finding him.
yeah. YouTube, whoever's at YouTube, it's not showing me who you are, but we'll get into that in a second. Yeah, Tim Anderson, he makes a lot of pro-gun YouTube videos. He's Amanda Chase's lawyer, but he's not exactly. He's for waiting periods and he's for universal background checks and a bunch of other stuff. So, to me, that's not being 2A. And I told him that. He was like, I am 2A. I'm just not just I just think that there should be limitations. And I was like, then you're not 2A.
Yeah, right. That's a half-ass 2A there, you know.
Yeah, because he wanted me to stop calling him anti 2A. I'm like, no.
Yeah, because either you're for it or you're not. You know, there's really not much give or take. You have to be all in, really, if you ask me.
You can't be like, I'm for 2A, but there should be waiting periods and there should be universal background checks and certain
Right.
people shouldn't have guns. And he wanted like a 30-day background check. Not background check, waiting period. I'm like, what the hell?
That'd be longer than anybody.
Yeah, for one gun a month and
Yeah.
everything else, which is just crazy. But yeah, okay. So the next one, Clovertac might be interested in because he looks like a muzzleloader type of guy, and that's HB 2298. That passed, and that is a good thing, and that allows hunting with a new type of muzzleloader called a fire stick, which is basically you load from the breech end and not the barrel. So it's a lot safer. Yeah.
Seems safer.
Yeah, what other people out there actually questioned me why I was covering that at all because they were like, "That's not a 2A issue." I'm like, "Yeah, I think it is. Being able to hunt with what you want is a 2A issue in
Yeah,
my
I mean,
opinion."
still firearm. You know, I mean, it's still part of the Second Amendment. So why
Yeah,
wouldn't it be a 2A issue?
I don't know. Just some people do that. And there is one other good bill that did pass as well, and that is HB 2310, which basically allows people to reapply for the concealed carry permit without having to go through a whole shooting course. As as of January 1st, you have to go through a whole entire shooting course, a live fire course to get your concealed carry permit. What happened was COVID delayed a lot of people,
Yep.
so it basically changed the deadline from January 1st to May 1st.
And
And
that allows those people who also did the online courses
yeah,
to still be able to get it.
yeah. Clovertech said all arms are things involved in the 2A issue, and I agree
Mhm.
100%. And he said he was, I am 100% a FUD. I got called a traitor today. Yeah, you're not a FUD, man. You might pretend like you're a FUD, but you're not a FUD.
He's the FUD of FUDs.
My idea of a FUD is like I do tactical shooting and stuff like that. A FUD is like, why do you need an AR?
Hmm.
They should ban those things. To me, that's a FUD.
All you need is a shotgun. Just blow 2 holes through the door, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, that to me is a FUD. Clover Tech has never told me that I shouldn't own my AKs and my ARs
Right.
and my machine guns and stuff like that. So therefore, he's not a FUD. But but I'm pretty sure he does hunt with a muzzleloader.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Clover Tech is like Davy Crockett, I think.
He does have a beard.
Yeah, he does. He does. All right, so that's all the bills. That's our little wrap up of the session that went down in Virginia. The session is now over, so we have a little bit of a reprieve, and Joe Drag hunts with a flintlock.
Nice.
Dude, I want a flintlock. I really do want a flintlock really bad. I don't have a flintlock.
They are cool. I watched several of them being made. I don't know if you ever watched that Master of Arms show when it was on.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it was cool to watch those guys actually make those flintlocks.
I do have a gun I want to gift you though. Yeah, since you're going through like a gun school, right?
Oh, right on.
I have an old shotgun. It's probably from like the 30s that I've been meaning to restore,
Uh huh.
but I haven't had a chance. Like the barrel and everything's in immaculate. The inside of the barrel is in immaculate condition,
Okay.
but I just don't have time to restore it.
Right. All right.
And if you want it, I will gift it to you.
Oh hell yeah! I'll take that.
No serial number or anything because it's too old.
Don't phase me any.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So I want to gift that to you for helping me on the show.
I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe in a past life, the Alamo is one of my favorite places to visit. Yep, Clover Tack told you, Davy Crockett.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So Loudoun County. Loudoun County will be reviewing a gun ban again.
Just in the county.
Just in the county. This is like the third time. Um,
Yeah,
that they've
Loudoun
tried it.
County seems to be the most difficult right now.
Yeah, well, Loudoun County, it's controlled by the board, which is all Democrats. Loudoun County, I guess you can say Loudoun County is like a microcosm of the state of Virginia, because Loudoun County is controlled by the East,
Okay.
and the East is like really liberal, but then you have the West, which is like wide open land and everything else.
Yep.
So
And there's a lot more conservative out in the West.
yeah, so they've been trying to get this passed for a while, and they're gonna try to again on Wednesday. So we will have more people show up.
Yeah. Get as many people there as you possibly can. I mean, I know there's a lot of pro 2A people in Loudoun County that definitely would like to keep what they have.
Yeah, me too. Well, I mean, it would just ban it from public parks and stuff right now.
Hmm.
It's not as bad as Fairfax. It started like as bad as Fairfax, but they keep
Right.
on trying to make it a little bit better and better and better to get more of a chance to pass. Now
Hmm.
you can carry in a park if you have a concealed carry permit, but you can't carry openly and
Yeah,
we're like, yeah, no, no, we got to fight that too.
it's well worth fighting.
So I have spoken at every Loudoun County board meeting since they've done this, and I will be speaking again on Tuesday. Um, the head of Loudoun County, Phyllis Randall, wears a Moms Demand Action button. That's where she stands.
Oh, so you got a lot of tape to cut through there with that, because I'm sure she rallies up quite a few people.
Usually there's no people speaking on the anti-gun side.
Hmm. So they're
And
just that confident that they think they can. It's just going to be a breeze, huh?
yeah, and there's hours and hours of people that speak on the pro-gun side.
Maybe she thinks it's a dating site.
That might be true. But
Yeah.
yeah, hours and hours of people um, speaking on the pro-gun side. So we got to keep on doing that, because without us speaking our voices, that would have passed a long time ago, and Loudoun would have had the same ban as Fairfax. Now, Fairfax, they had the same amount of speakers, but the Fairfax board and like the Arlington board, they had their mind made up going into it.
Yeah. They're pretty anti-gun.
Oh my God. Clever Text says the girl got to advertise, right? Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So we will be speaking there, and there will be an alert going out about uh, trying to prevent Loudoun County from gun banning guns. Hopefully, we'll be successful once more, but it will be brought back up probably in the next meeting. So we're gonna have to keep on doing that. What they
Right.
want to do is wear us down.
Mm-hmm. But you can't let them wear you down, because once they do, they know they got you, and they win.
Yeah, in Virginia, they've been trying to wear down Virginians for like 2 years now, and they
Yep.
haven't been able to do it.
Nope. We come back stronger every year.
Every year, it's like the same amount of people stand up. And I think it really frustrates them.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to keep it going.
Yep. Yep. Well, hopefully next year we'll have an advantage. So
Yeah, there is a Brooklyn-based. I can't remember what the name is, but there is a Brooklyn-based anti-gun group that's also Bloomberg funded, by the way, that have now started chapters in Virginia to try to push. So we got more anti-gun groups, and we will beat those back too.
yeah, because Mom's Demand Action in every town has already been here for a little while. So
Moms Demand Action, every town, Gifford, Brady.
yeah, Giffords. Yeah, forgot about them.
So bring it on, one more person, one more group to defeat, because we will not let them wholesale buy Virginia out. I'm the Virginia rep for Gun Owners of America. I'm the Virginia director because I believe in firearm rights in the Commonwealth. I'm alive because of firearms rights in the Commonwealth. With my mom, that was able to use a little 38 special to defend herself and me and my sisters from a home invader in Virginia. And if Northam had his way, there would be no guns.
Yep. I mean, you hear stories like that popping up all the time. Especially a lot more stories about women defending themselves and their families. More and more now every day, I hear more stories coming up.
Yeah, my mom was ahead of the curve. This happened back in the 70s.
Yeah,
I'm kind of old.
kind of.
All right, man. All right. Let's see how you doing. 45 as of like 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow! So you're a little bit younger than me.
Oh, wow. I thought I was older than you.
Mm-mm.
Ah, all right. Everyone thinks I'm 30. I was talking to Coda Boy, and Coda Boy's like, "Yeah, you're like 30, right?" I'm like, "No." Coda
Yeah.
Boy's gonna be on my show on Thursday.
Oh, right on. He's a good dude.
He is a very good dude. Uh, yep. All right. So let's get into the next topic, which is there's two cops that two former cops, I should say, that took part in the stuff that happened in the Capitol on January 6th. They're both threatened by some like really bad dudes that they put behind bars. And because they took part in the whole entire rally that got them fired, they're being charged with disorderly conduct and refusing to leave a place when asked. The judge is preventing them from carrying their firearms or having firearms. Their lawyer is submitting a sealed thing to the judge to say this is the reason why our guys are in mortal danger. From what I'm hearing, there's a pretty bad dude that is after them, but now they don't have a way to defend themselves.
Well, yeah, they have had a pretty long career from what I can tell, and they've put some bad guys behind bars. So I'm sure there's quite a few angry people out there at these guys.
Yeah, and apparently there is. Well, one had a really long career, the other was in his 20s. Apparently, one of the guys is it's an incredible threat
Hmm.
against him by someone who is very violent. So we will see. But the judge said, no, it doesn't matter. There's a credible threat. You can't have your guns back. So
So
what do you think about that since they haven't been convicted?
I think that's very wrong. I mean, if they haven't been convicted and they're only suspected of this, they should still have all their rights intact, 100%.
Yeah, so they've lost their rights and some very bad guys are after them. Do you think it's politically motivated?
I
I
would
know
say yes.
the judge that ruled against them has been known to be a little bit politically motivated in the past.
Mhm.
Motivated in the past.
Yeah, I would say yeah, it's politically motivated, of course, especially because all the people on the left keep calling it what do they call it?
Insurrection.
Insurrection, right? And I mean, it was nowhere near insurrection, but they keep trying to push for that, and they even tried to impeach Trump over this. So yeah, it's definitely politically driven.
Yeah, I agreed.
And I think they're
Very
trying to
well.
single out these two officers by saying, well, if especially in their whole, they also have that defund the police agenda. So this gives them even more leverage towards that as well. Saying, oh well, police are just troublemakers, so they don't deserve to have rights like the rest of y'all.
They both got fired. Or
Yeah.
what happened was there was a picture of them inside the Capitol that kind of went viral.
So were they on duty or were they off duty and they were just attending the rally and
They were
happened
off
to?
duty in attending the rally,
Okay.
and they said they went in the Capitol, but they didn't push their way in. They just walked in.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, there's pictures of the actual police that were inside the building, kind of going like this. Yeah, come on in, check it out.
Yeah. One of the other charges that they were charged with was disrupting a official government function.
Yeah. Uh, Disrupting the special session or the that was going on.
Yeah, the certification of the election.
Yep, that's right. It actually happened, because I seen some footage of it. It happened during the guy from Arizona's speech, and he was actually getting interrupted quite a bit by the Democrats that were there. And then you heard the background noise of the people coming through the doors, a little bit of noise there, and then that's when the whole thing just kind of stopped.
Yeah, that is definitely something that happened. It's kind of weird,
Hmm.
but I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they get convicted, I guess they can take away their gun rights, but they're not offering them protection either. They're basically the judge is basically like, nope, we're not gonna offer you protection from these credible threats, and we're not gonna let you have your firearms because of these credible threats.
Yeah, that's
Basically, just throwing them to the wolves.
yeah, 100%. And like I said, because they're police officers, I believe they're trying to make an example out of them.
100%, 100%. I think they are. All right. I wanted to get in a couple other topics here that are on like the national level,
Okay.
and one is HR 127. If you don't know what this is, that's Sheila Jackson Lee, who looks like a 5-year-old playing cowboy on Halloween. Basically, it's every gun control. I mean, I can go through what's in there, but it's basically every gun control bill ever suggested or thought about wrapped up into one. And I wanted to talk about it because I see a lot of people fundraising off of it, and I see a lot of people getting scared because
Oh,
of it. And I just want to say, we as gun advocates, we have to be laser focused on the real threat.
mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you right now, HR 127 is not the real threat at all. One, HR 127 does not have any co sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Not one. It's not going to make it into committee, much less out of committee and through the House and to the Senate and to be signed. Even like the far left Democrats are like, and like people like Pelosi are like, yeah, that's a little bit too far.
Right.
So that should show you what the chances of this passing is, and it's nil. So there is other gun rights organizations. I'm not going to name them because I shouldn't name them, but they're fundraising off of HR 127.
Yeah, I get emails from all of the gun organizations, and I see them, and I'm like, "Oh, come on, man! Are you kidding me?"
What I want to do is be honest with the people out there. Be honest about the real threats. So I'm not going to be one of the people who is always going to be the sky is falling. Give us money.
Right.
Because that's not what is good for the gun community. That's not what is good for gun rights. But there's people out there that do fundraise off of it.
Right.
You just have to be very careful. The thing that we really need to concentrate on is one, stopping the filibuster from being killed by pinning pressure on Manchin to keep those promises.
Yep.
And two, Biden's anti-gun policies, which one is plastic guns and receivers.
Mm-hmm.
He is going after that, and tomorrow there is a story that's going to be breaking about several people teaming up to go ahead and fight back. Christian Make says we must support HR 127. We can't have everyone with their rifles as heavy as 10 boxes. By the way, Chris, your thing got shipped out. I had to ship out Chris something. He won the Mantis X that I was giving away.
Lucky.
Yeah. He entered multiple times, like more than anyone else. Like half the entries was his.
Damn.
So what? All I'm saying is we got to keep an eye on the real threat and
Oh
not
yeah.
and not be distracted.
Yeah, every year there's some bills that come up that look super, super dangerous that are just meant to be thrown out there to catch everybody's attention. So, to get people focused on those so they can slide some little things in here and there.
Well, they come up every year,
Mhm.
and every year they're not a threat. They're not going to take everything at one time. What you have to look out for is the little piecemeal bills,
Yeah,
where they do it small chunks at a time. There's an old saying, you know how to eat an elephant?
piece by piece.
One bite at a time.
That's right.
And that's what they're going to do here. That's
Mhm.
why as gun rights advocates, we have to keep an eye out for that and keep an eye out for distractions because a lot of
Mhm.
times they'll throw out these bills just to distract us
Yep.
why they pass smaller little bills or they hide stuff in other bills that are
Yes.
not gun related.
They like to do that on anything. If they think it's worthwhile, they're going to piggyback it on something else if they know they can't get it on its own thing.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why it is very important to sign up at gunowners.org for our mailing list because we will let you know when we find that. We have whole teams, and that's one of the things that you really need a national organization for is whole teams to watch this. Yeah, stay focused, boys and girls. The left never eats one potato chip, and that is
No.
correct. But we have the whole teams of people to like watch out, and we are watching out. Uh, and I think everyone needs to join at least one national organization to help monitor stuff. Whether it's Gun Owners of America, I would love for you guys to join Gun Owners of America, gunowners.org. You can go ahead and join up. But if it's not us, there's other groups out there that you
Yeah.
can join up and help watch because if one of the groups finds it, all the other groups are going to find it,
Right.
and it will spread. That and I think everyone should join up to their state group, whatever their state group is.
Yeah, because the local level is a very important level to be at because a lot of these bills go through the local level before they go through the federal level.
Yeah, and one of the cool things about uh, Gun of America, if we find a state where their local groups aren't doing as good as they should, like for example, like Texas or Pennsylvania, we will spin up a local group there. Like like Val Fennell, Val Fennell is in Pennsylvania, and that's his only job. He's a retired Air Force colonel, and he's a retired doctor, and the only thing he does is 40 hours a week, actually probably more than 50 hours a week, is sits there and monitors bills. We have
Right
Rachel
on.
Malone out in Texas. I don't know if you know Rachel or not.
No.
She is a firebrand and she is a political advocate like you have never seen before. And she
Awesome.
monitors everything in Texas. She's probably the biggest name in Texas gun rights. Works very closely with everyone on the ground. She has her own team on the ground that just does Texas stuff.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I mean that's the one thing I really love about the GOA, man. They put in the work, they find the right people who are who will dedicate themselves to it and put in the work as well.
It's not easy becoming a state director.
Mm-mm.
We would rather have people like, for example, we have like Maine right now. We have one of our other state directors looking over Maine. We have had people who wanted to become state directors of Maine, but we didn't think that they would be willing to put in the work.
Hmm.
and it's a long process. Uh, it's a very long process before you're officially the state director. Like Louise, we have a guy named Lewis that's out in Florida. He's our acting state director of Florida, doing an awesome job, by the way. So he's probably going to make it through. But it's
Excellent.
just not like, hey, it's like, hey, this is the guy's background with guns, and this is how effective he can be.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got to prove yourself. That's for sure. I mean, it's a big responsibility. So you got to dedicate the time to it. You got to be able to get your research done and get your facts straight. So I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, Virginia is with VCDL and people like you, Silverback, and all the people out there that are watching. We have a very active community of gun rights activists, whether it's the grassroots people, whether it's just the gun owners. Virginia gun owners are a little bit more, I would say, involved with guns than uh like with gun rights than most other states.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Well, I think part of that helps too because of the history of gun ownership that's steeped within Virginia, as well as how active the VCDL is about getting their members up and participating in things as well. And now that we got GOA out here doing the same thing, it's just boosting that up even more.
well, GOA is here to supplement VCDL.
Hmm.
VCDL and GOA work hand in hand. What a lot of people don't know is VCDL started in the offices of GOA.
Oh, right on.
Paul Moog, who started VCDL,
Mm-hmm.
was like actually is still very close with GOA. Phil Van Cleve is still very close with GOA.
Right. I mean, it's good to see the two organizations working hand in hand together like that. I mean, because it just doesn't take one person, it takes every person.
Yeah, it does. So everyone out there, go and give VCDL some love. Go give GOA some love. You can go to vcdl.org or gunowners.org. You can go to both and join up. You can join up for a 1 year membership, 5 year membership, 3 year. They have a lifetime member. I'm a lifetime membership of GOA.
Yeah.
Before I became a director of GOA, I was a lifetime member. And I think everyone out there needs to join up to GOA, or one national group and one local group. And I've always said it: the local group is more important to join up to. If you don't have the
Hmm.
money to join up to both, join up to your local group because that's where it's going to make a huge difference.
Right.
But on the national level, at the same time, we are gearing up for a lot of battles. A lot of battles. And a lot of our people are being attacked. A lot of the pro gun people, like Lauren Bobarts and
Hmm.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, they're being attacked by the left and with baseless accusations to try to get them off. But yeah, DJ Plays Nice. That's what I was talking about. State groups.
Yep.
State groups is one of the biggest things we can do as people. All right, man.
So
So,
is there a director for Ohio? John Voorhees is asking.
not right now. Not right now. Ohio is will be rolled out in the future, but we're rolling them out. We have a roadmap.
Excellent.
We definitely do have a roadmap.
And they do have the Ohio gun owners out there as well.
Yeah, the Buckeye too.
Mm.
The Buckeye Gun Owner Association. but that is it for me, man. You got anything to add?
No, I think you summed it up pretty well.
All right, tell people where they can find you at.
You can find me on YouTube. You can find me at blackswantactical.com. You can find me on Patreon, and you can find me on Facebook.
You got some new shoes.
Yeah, there's some shoes, some gorilla feet.
Girl, that's what we should name them.
Yeah, matter of fact, Hank Strange was showing them off the other night.
Yeah, I think you're the first YouTuber to have their own shoe line in the gun space, at least.
Right on, right on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Can you can you pull them up and show everybody?
I guess I can. Yeah, let me go ahead. I'll bring them up here so everyone can see it. But just bear with me, people. I will get to the Gorillas and Guns gear. And here they are. Let's see here. Chrome tab. Gorillas and Guns. Boom.
Boom. Yep, there they are.
Yeah, man. I actually got a pair on order.
You do. All right.
Yeah.
I have to get me a pair.
Yeah, it comes in all different sizes and stuff. They're like canvas, like Converse stuff with like a hard toe.
Yep.
And a really cool thing about them is like 100% of the proceeds go to charity.
Indeed. So I haven't shown my daughter those yet, but I have a feeling when I do, she's gonna want a pair.
All right. All right. And you can find me all over the place. Kirby.com is my website where it leaks to everywhere else. I have an article dropping about GOA tomorrow at 9 a.m. Look for that over at Amaland. And I think everyone here needs to go join GOA.
Yes.
Go to gunowners.org. And I want to thank GOA for making this possible and sponsoring this podcast. Because of GOA and Black Swan Media, Gorillas and Guns sounds a lot better now.
Yes. This thing is awesome. I love it.
There you go. All right, guys, that is it. I'm gonna play the new outro here, and then we're gonna get out of here. And that is it. We are done with our third episode. For all you out there, for a little sneak peek, this is like after credit things. Like if you watch a
Mm.
Marvel movie. Uh, I think next week, I think we're gonna have Nick Freitas with us.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I believe it's next week. I gotta check.
Yeah, I follow him on Facebook, and he's been posting up some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, since the session's over, we don't have to
Mhm.
concentrate too much on, upcoming laws. So we're gonna
Right.
start doing a little bit more interviews and more things. Just the session was going on, so now the session's over.
Right. Yeah, and Nick Freitas is a very big 2A proponent here in Virginia. So
Yeah, he works very closely with GOA.
awesome. Yeah, he's a good guy.
And for all you guys out there on my show, I got Amanda Chase on Wednesday, Coda Boy 32 on Thursday, and Jordan Venera of JFD Tactical on Tuesday.
Nice.
And I'm gonna try to get Cody Wilson on probably the week after.
A swamp dog.
No, Cody Wilson.
Who's he with?
Defense Distributed. He's the
Defense.
guy that invented the 3D printed firearm.
Oh, right. All right. I know now. Okay.
Yeah, the Ghost Gunner
Big
invented that
ghost
too.
gunner. Yeah.
Which I don't have to throw in my Ghost Gunner now.
Nope. Good to go.
Yeah, I gotta get you that shotgun. You gotta do something with it though.
Oh, I will. I got actually I should be getting into the bluing stuff probably sometime next month. Um I got to do a couple more units in the book before they send out that next hands-on project.
No,
So I'm
awesome.
still working on that stock. I'm just I get a little too particular. I've got a vision for it and it's not quite matching my vision yet, but it's almost there. So I think I'm just going to kind of leave it alone for a little while. And regroup and get back to it. So but yeah, while I'm waiting, I'm just going to complete some more book work and just keep going from there.
All right. All right. Thank you guys for watching. And with that, I guess we are out of here. Tune in. See you guys on Tuesday, I guess. And yeah, bye.